Good morning. Um, Hello, family, friends, neighbors, and whoever else is interested. So today is our day one of building our worm farm. It's for vermiculture, otherwise basically creating worm casting out of red wigglers. And what I have here is this simple Rubbermaid contraption. It's basically two storage bins, and one is bigger than the other. Let me just show you. So this one is a little shorter than the other one. And what I've done is I've drilled holes, just half-inch holes with a drill bit along the bottom. I drilled holes in the side, and I've drilled holes up on top just for aeration and because worms need air. And the reason the bottom one is bigger is that allows room so we can drain the water as we have compost action going on. We have moisture, and it just needs to drip, and that's worm tea, and it's excellent. So let's take a look at what's in here. Okay, so all I've done in here, it's just been here for a few days. I had some dry peat moss mixed with a little water to make it moist. You don't want it wet, but you want it just a little moist. Mixed with some garden soil. I've also threw in some initial kitchen scraps, such as some mushrooms and coffee grounds. And then I top it off with some shredded newspaper. Newspaper you want to have, you want to also keep it a little bit moist. You don't want to have anything that has that plastic coating, such as magazine paper. Newspaper is just awesome, especially the ink. They just eat right through this. The ink is actually made out of soy, and so what we have here, we're going to just create a little space here. And what just came in is my Uncle Jim's worm farm. There's 2,000 worms. I have no idea how many worms is 2,000, so we're going to find out. And you don't want to have worms scattered. They like to be in by themselves. So let's take a look, okay? Let's just dump it all right here and see what they look like. Look at all that. Look at that. You can see all the worms. It's just a massive, massive pile of worms. That's so awesome. Now they have been look at that. Holy cow, that's way more than I actually expected. So I'm gonna make some more room for these guys. That's all this is worms. Look at this. That's a massive clump of just worms, red wigglers. So you want to use red wigglers, not earthworms, because red wigglers are actually composting worms. They actually eat at the top surface of everything, and they turn into worm poop, which is worm casting, which is the greatest composting material on earth. Earthworms, on the other hand, they kind of bore down into the earth and they aerate the soil. They serve a different purpose. So this is a lot. This is more than I thought. I'm going to have to feed a lot of these guys. So I'm going to take some of the peat moss and kind of do that. Cover them, make them happy. There's food in here already, but just from what I'm seeing, I'm going to have to add a lot more food. So they're nice and active, even though they've been in shipment. They just got to me in 4 days. So as you can see, these guys are already, they don't like the light. So they're already going down. If I were to leave them alone, if I didn't bury them, they would just go down anyway. So what I'm going to do is, there's already some food in here. I'm just going to cover them, and we'll check back with them in a couple days. So what I'm going to do is, every couple days, take our kitchen scraps, coffee grounds, whatever, and put it in a different spot. And by the time I rotate and get back to this spot, when I'm done with here, this spot should be done. If this spot is still not done, that means that either I'm giving too much food or giving them too frequently. So we'll see how it goes. We'll check back later to see how our worm farm experiment is going. So thank you, everybody.